how that is reimagining perspective.
I love the features aspect. What you just said about fantastic works, amazing. I like the shamanic angle. I said futurism, but yet you have this sort of reaching to this past and these people who can see nature for what it really is and amplify and give back to the people.
Right.
So I just thought your take on the shamanistic sort of magic aspect of the work.
Right. This is really interesting. Okay. And that aspect, as if I was late. Sometimes I wake up and I feel as if something is calling me, go to the village, go to this village. There's an oil spill going on there. And just go and capture that moment, because you might not have that moment again, And that has been, this whole journey, which is, this spiritual idea of, the incorporating aspect of mysticism in the making of the work, So I think
Wilfred as well, there is a kind of personal risk at a very profound level as well.
Yeah.
It's not, the shaming aspect is what drives you on, but the reality is that the risk to life in tackling these issues, it's not about carrying close and marching. You're always at risk in the Delta, calling out the evolutionary aspect, the impact on the economy, being a spokesman against this economy. Right. You are at risk.
Absolutely.
And that does come with a degree of stress.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think we had a conversation the other day, and the curator who was here asked me, while developing this very difficult project in a place like Niger Delta, did you think about the methodology of self-care? And it struck me, because I wasn't thinking of that. Because there was a time it's not easy to celebrate the birth of a child with a participant, and then the next moment you go there, the child is dead. It's not easy, to lose a lot of people working with you because of, this very poverty, this lack of infrastructure, but you have to go in there and believe in them and believe that maybe this work would change the narrative one day. And I believe it's changing, because from them having a transformative mindset, having the skill set, and having this place, this enabling environment that I'm building is going to help a great deal, and the government are not interested, So it's a very risky thing, but you have to believe that there is a kind of energy, that energy of resilience, that goes, that propels you, to the next, level.
There's a couple of Wilfred's working very hard in our microphones. Should we do a couple of questions together? To your
Yes, I'm just worried about what you just said about self-care.
Right.
So what does that look like if you were to start doing self-care?
Well, self-care is being understanding, having barriers, having kind of parameters. So how you absorb environmental experiences, and how you want to deal with it, and how you take care of yourself so that you can be born out or exhausted. Because when you're working with very poor people, it's a high level of over-dependency. And sometimes you can say no. Sometimes you can say no. So it's a huge responsibility, but so you have to deal, because that you're carrying this whole, people, and even the so-called assistants might not understand what you're doing and where you're going to. So they might not even protect you as much as you would want them to. But you just have to believe and protect yourself from all that. Sometimes I have different phone numbers, so sometimes I just shut out, so people wouldn't have access to me.
Yes,
Yeah, when I'm back in the studio. So this is this kind of straddling between studio and the community. So you one leg here, one leg there, and then you come back to the studio, you sort of try to see how you can absorb. And while making the work, it's very interesting because I didn't think about this order until I took the photograph and I kept it on top of my sketching table. And I kept this costume because I was working on it. I was sewing it, I kept it on there. So there was a picture and there was this costume on top of it. And it was so beautiful. I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I said, what about the idea of just putting it, decorating it around the wall? Wouldn't it be beautiful? And it would resonate something about oil, in the Niger Delta, the fact that it has this kind of sheen, oil-like texture. So, and also I want to talk about the color symbolism. Yeah. It's very vital, in 2010, when I went through images on the internet about Niger Delta, I saw this